Alright. So, Spagyrics. It's getting real. So, alchemical medicines, alchemical plant medicines today on the menu. Part of this complete breakfast, wake up in sage. Part of pixie potions wherever they're available. Wow. Where do you start? We'll start with Spagyrics. They come in this form generally. It's kind of a tincture, although a little more involved. And these come with a little dropper. A little bit is all that you'll need. A few drops under the tongue. Simple. Everything bioavailable to just absorb into your bloodstream through the veins under your tongue. Totally incredible. So this word spagyric, weird word, right? Spagyric. Made by a man named Paracelsus in the 16th century, who compiled a lot of alchemical literature from all over the place and transposed it into Latin, making it more accessible to a lot more people. Pretty cool stuff. And Paracelsus is kind of thought to be the father of modern medicine in a lot of ways. So that's pretty cool. The word spagyric was actually two different words that were taken apart and put together, which actually mean to separate and recombine. And so while chemistry now is more about isolating exact, what we call active ingredients and concentrating those, this is a process to obtain all of the medicine from a plant, extract it and put it back together, which is pretty rockin'. And they all start astrologically. They're all done at different times to where the medicine's more available depending on the plant. A lot more involved, and generally put through about 7 processes. The calcination, there's fermentation, there's putrefaction, sublimation, distillation. And some of these we're pretty familiar with. This is some of where some of our arts come from, these alchemical arts taken here and there with our essential oils, our fermentation and stuff. This process would put a substance through all of these different changes to extract different levels of the medicine and put them back into one thing where they're all bioavailable, none of the plant matter, nothing to break down, you just soak it up, process it, get the goodness. They are amazing, incredibly potent, they last. They don't have stuff to go off. A lot of the, all the plant matter is removed. So it's just the goodness. These guys specifically, that say on there, alchemy. Check them out. They're a nice couple, sweet couple, Paul and Micah from Port Orford, Oregon. I met at the MAPS conference that introduced me to this. They follow 16th century techniques. They had a school. Didn't take it. If you guys ever want someone to chop wood and carry water and weed the garden and teach them things, guys, whatever. So, Spagyrics, many different kinds. All kinds of plants. They work with minerals as well. This is what a lot of people know about alchemy, is that it was this art to transmutate base metals into gold, which happened along the way, and I think part of that, there's this macrocosmic, microcosmic view in the process, as above, so below, and all that. So all the changes you're observing in your alembic and pelican and the crucible are changes that happen in yourself to make medicine. So if you can understand how to create gold in the physical, external, material, if you can apply that right, then you can figure out how to do that to yourself. Maybe not the best explanation. Just some of the most potent medicine that I know of. And now we know this is kind of modern medicine roots coming from this alchemical plant work practice. And that I feel like was a lot healthier when we are taking bits and pieces. We're taking all the medicine from all the plant, putting it back together. They do a lot better in our systems. A lot of these concentrates of active ingredients come with all kinds of side effects that generally the plant medicine as a whole does not have, because actually it turns out that all of the ingredients are active ingredients, or many of them. So if we can isolate, extract, recombine, just amazing. They will burn when you first use them, if you choose to use them. Under the tongue is the best place to absorb them, through the little veins under your tongue. You'll get them straight into your blood system, and at first will definitely burn. I believe that's bacteria dying off, and pretty unpleasant, but definitely doesn't last that long. Usually after you take them for a few days or a week, then that all goes away. And I just feel so much better taking them, to just have the bioavailable nutrients and nothing to break down. It's counterintuitive, but doesn't make sense at first, that a few drops of this liquid can make such a difference in my life and provide much more energy than eating a bunch of food. If I'm not clogged up, I don't have to spend the energy to break it down. It's already done. I just soak it up and get the goodness. Little bottles of this when I'm traveling. Wow, and I can have like months of nutrients and medicine in this tiny little bottle that doesn't go off. Still keep it cool and out of the sun. But just some of my favorites. I think some of the best medicines, or form of medicines, that I have found. And so I wanted to share that with you, and I've done it. Awesome. I'm sure there's much more to know about that. If you know more about that, hook it up, let me know. Feed me knowledge. I know a bit, and I'm here to share. A lot of people know a lot more than I do. But that's a concept and something to look into. Again, these guys are alchemy, alchemi. Look up alchemy Spagyrics, and they have a lot of really good information and stuff you can read on the website. Micah is rocking it. It's a wonderful woman. I'm grateful to you too. If you see this, thank you, thank you, thank you for doing what you do. And not everyone's been very open with their alchemical secrets. I see this new age, and I see that we do have this large-scale fermentation and distillation and bits and pieces of the puzzle, and feel like 21st century, age of Aquarius, whatever, we get it together. We're not so Piscean and cut off and doing our things on our own, but that we can see large-scale production of this, which doesn't make sense classically. We just do this on our own in our little mountain huts, and and see us getting it together and being good things for everyone. Thank you.